You must have seen a golden dome on top of buildings like mosques, Gurudwara, Golden Temple, etc. But the Golden Dome I am referring to is in connection with the US and its defense preparedness. But does it mean that US is building a religious structure? No, this has no connection to religion. The Golden Dome is a US plan to block deadly missiles from hitting the country. The Golden Dome is a giant shield stretching all over 50 US states, forming a protective cover above the nation. If it's a shield, then does that mean we can see it? Or will it stop rain, snow, or sunlight? No, no, no. It's like an advanced invisible radar, a netted shield that covers the entire country. This advanced technology offers full protection without being seen. The total cost to build the Golden Dome is $175 billion. US President Trump is pushing for this because since his re election, President Trump has 4 years left in office. His main goal is to complete the Golden Dome before the next election. So even if he isn't re elected, the project will be finished, and that's why he's pushing for it. The Golden Dome would be so powerful that as the enemy missile takes off from the ground, the fast rockets from the ground or space would fly out to the missile before they hit. The Golden Dome would be able to launch fast rockets from the ground or from the space. It's like missiles and weapons are stored within the structure. It is hard to explain in words right now. Similar weapons are also being placed underwater and on land as well. As the enemy missiles begin to launch, it will destroy it. So exciting. While planning, US President Trump offered Canada the Golden Dome shielding it from the danger as well. If Canada chooses to build it on its own, it would cost them $61 billion. Instead, Trump is offering protection free of cost as a gift. However, only if it agrees to become the 51st state in the United States, giving up its identity as an independent nation. How did Canada respond? On 21st May, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney visited the White House where they discussed about the Golden Dome being beneficial for Canada, protecting it from potential threats. However, giving up on Canada's independence is not negotiable. Trump was disappointed. The main reason behind Trump offering the Golden Dome to Canada as a free gift is Canada will become a part of the US, bringing Canada under full American control with no business tax. However, the Canadian Prime Minister rejected the proposal, leaving Trump disappointed. You may know that back in 1950, America and Canada had joined an agreement called North American Aerospace Defense Command NORAD, which is a joint air defense system unlike the Golden Dome. It is a powerful air defense system. Why is the US interested in Canada? Canada is the first to detect any attack because the radar picks up the threats early. Because it is besides Russia and China. On the map, America lies west, and when we move east, we reach India. But since the earth is round, Canada is actually closer to Russia and China. So, if they ever launch an attack, it would pass through Canadian airspace first. Then, Canada gets the alert first and shares the intel with US, which then takes action. That's the main reason. This is why Canada isn't tempted by the Golden Dome offer. If the US wants to cover Canada, so be it, but Canada will never sell itself to the US. That's final. As shared earlier, 1950, US and Canada had an agreement called NORAD. In 2022, Canada has unveiled a 38.6 billion Canadian dollar long-term plan to contribute to the modernized NORAD. Both the US and Canada will be a part of it. While the US thinks it helps Canada, it's actually Canada that helps by detecting threats first and warning the US in time. Canada stands strong against agreeing to come under US's control. US President Trump desires to expand America by making Canada the 51st state and Mexico the 52nd state. His vision is to have US cover both the north and southern borders, effectively turning the stretch into American unit. Mexico, known for its spices and exports, currently trades heavily with the US, with the latter paying high taxes. Trump believes that making Mexico an American state, it would remove all the taxes, but Mexico has said no. It values its own culture, language, and identity, starkly different from the US. Mexico wants to stay independent and continue trade, nothing more. Trump is disappointed. Additionally, many illegal immigrants, along with drugs and weapons, come into the US from Mexico, which is already known. Still, Trump is willing to overlook this and include Mexico as a part of the US, but Mexico has firmly refused. Trump is disappointed that both Mexico and Canada have refused his offer. President Trump has decided to start the Golden Dome project. While Trump can begin building it, Canada provides the first tracking information for incoming missiles. Even if the Golden Dome is built with advanced infrastructure, its success depends on early alerts from Canada. The US is in a dilemma. Let's wait and see what happens.